Okay, so now I've completed the step 2 of the shaping the sleeves section in the pattern. Here's just a small, 6 rows for sizes small to medium. For bigger sizes, this distance will be bigger, and the number of stitches will be more than here. Okay, but it's all provided, the numbers are provided in the pattern. So now we are ready to start knitting our bag to make it a bit longer, so we can lower the neckline, okay, by making so here's the bag. Okay, I don't have enough room here to show you full bag. Okay, and we would need to knit in turn rows like that for about 3 centimeters. But before we do that, we need to transfer our sleeves on a set of needles or a scrap yarn. So here's my first sleeve, and I'm going to transfer it to the scrap yarn here. Like that. Just make sure you take a thicker yarn, so it's going to be easier to transfer them back on circular needles after you complete the complete this 3 centimeters. Okay, so now as my sleeve is already transferred, I simply turn my knitting and knit and purl until I reach the second sleeve, and then I'm going to transfer that second sleeve on scrap yarn as well. Another thing to mention is that when you transfer the sleeves to scrap yarn, you need to make sure that the sleeve line stitches here, they go towards the sleeve, not towards the rest of the body of the sweater. Okay, here as well. Okay, here you go. The second sleeve is on the scrap yarn. Now I simply turn to the knit side, to the right side, and continue to knit in turn rows. So I've knit for the total of 6 rows. Okay, and now I'm ready to join the front and back, and to do that we need 5 to add 5 stitches for the underarm. Okay, and here's how we're going to do it. We're gonna just create loops like that and put it on the right needle and tighten up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And we simply, because the sleeves are already on scrap yarn or on hold, we simply pick up the edge stitch from the front and continue to knit until we reach the other side where we're going to do the same to join the front and back. Okay, so I've arrived at my first sleeve where I was doing these loops, and see how there is a space between the stitches. And to avoid that, I'm going to show you a little trick. So you just knit them as usual. But it's still, the space between the stitches will be big. And I don't want that. Because if I leave it as like that, it's going to create big of a space here. So it may be very obvious, like a hole or something when you join, when you pick up the stitches to finish off the sleeves. So what you need to do, you need to create a loop like that. And knit it together with this stitch like that. You turn it, knit it through the back together. There you go. So there is no more space in here, and you continue to knit.